Good day, everybody. One of the questions we often get is, how can I do well in my job? How can I make it in my job? What can I do to ensure my success in the workplace? And so I find that there's 5 things, just 5 general things that somebody can do to make it in the workplace. First is you have to do your job. Easy enough said, but most people know the job that they're signed up for. Either they have a job description or they've applied and read a job announcement and they know what's expected, but you have to do your job. The first thing you have to do, it's almost impossible to be a success today unless you do your job. So doing your job is the most important. Second thing is to be likable, to be nice. I use that word likable a lot. And some people will say, well, you don't need to be likable, you just need to do your job. And I have found, at least, that over the course of one's career, the ones that are likable, the ones that are friendly, nice, pleasant to be around, it's important for morale in the workplace. It's important for teamwork. That type of attitude pervades everything in a person's career. So being likable is such an important aspect that we have seen for employees. The opposite of being likable in a way is to stay away from what I call the troubled. I just make a broad statement, the troubled. The people that gossip, the people that are disloyal, the people who don't work. There's a great saying, associate not with evil, lest you increase their numbers. And so those individuals who are challenged for one reason or another, don't like their job, don't like their supervisor, take longer breaks, take longer lunches, come late to work, don't do their job as well as they could, aren't as nice to customers, which is coming up to the 4th one. But stay away from the troubled is what I find is really an important aspect. We've told anybody who has kids has said, you're judged by the company you keep. Same kind of concept. 4 and 5. 4 is bring in customers, and 5 is bring up quality. I've always said the twin towers of success of an organization are customers and quality. And so 4 is to bring in customers. There's also another statement that says that there's 2 things that you need to do to get a job today. Is you have to work for the customer, which is really important, and you have to have a job that can't be replicated, duplicated. In other words, it can't be outsourced. 2 things, as an aside. But bringing in customers, the more customers you bring in, the more valuable you are to an organization. And organizations exist by money, and customers bring in money, unless you work for the private sector, or the public sector, of course. So if you can bring in customers, you make yourself more valuable. And lastly, bring up quality. If you're working at a hamburger place and a hamburger isn't as good as you think it could be made, you need to make another one. If the table isn't as clean as you think it should be, you need to clean the table. If somebody buys something from your store, a piece of merchandise, and they want to return it, and it's clear that it is something that should have been of a higher quality, then you need to be able to return it. Quality is important. Walking around a store that you work at and making sure that all of the shelves are in order, that's quality. So those are the 5 things I see today. If you want to make it in the world today, if you want to make it in an organization, and want to be a great employee, is you have to do your job. You have to be likable. Likable is an important aspect. You have to stay away from the trouble. You have to bring in customers and bring up quality. Those are the 5 that I think work best. If you have any others, look forward to hearing from you. I hope you have a great day today. Always look forward to chatting with you. Take care.